was your sleepover?
It's great, but Faith is super excited to be spending the day with you and Grandpa.
Oh, well, I'm afraid it's just going to be us girls.
Where's Grandpa?
He had to go out of town.
He said he'd play chess with me. He's teaching me.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you something. I know how to play chess, and I'm a better teacher than your grandpa. What do you say? Set it up.
So, what's up with Grandpa?
Well, he said he had to go out of town on business, but I suspect he just wanted to get away from all this madness, media frenzy over Adam's death.
I feel so bad that he has to go through all of that.
I know, me too, but if there's anybody who's equipped to deal with this circus, it's Victor Nevin.
Are you sure that you're up to take care of Faith today? Like, I have an appointment, but I can cancel.
It's fine. It's fine. I like that she'll be here. It'll help me keep my mind off of things. So you have a big day at the spa?
No, nothing like that.
Oh, wait. Today's the day you're meeting that life coach you told me about?
Police Chief Williams.
Yes.
My name is Dylan McAvoy.
Sure. I know who you are, Dylan. We met briefly
At the Veterans Day event at Nick's place, yeah.
That's right. What can I do for you, Dylan?
You helped Nikki figure out that I was her son.
I did.
Okay, that's why I'm here. It's about Nikki.
Is she all right?
Not really.
Why? What happened?
Did you know Ian Ward's in town?
Yes. Has he done something?
No,
to
I
her?
just want to make sure he doesn't.
Oh, well, until he breaks the law, Dylan, there's nothing I
So
can
we
do.
just have to sit back and wait for this guy to hurt Nikki.
Okay. Why don't you step into my office? I understand your concern. I can keep an eye on him unofficially.
No, that's not enough.
Nikki gave me the impression that you didn't want to have anything to do with her.
I just don't want to see her hurt.
I see. You know, you sound an awful lot like your brother.
So tell me about this counselor you're working with.
I'm not working with him yet. We're just getting to know each other.
And this is the guy you met in the park?
Yeah, you make it seem so seedy when you say it like that.
Well, does he have a degree from somewhere or a website I can look at?
Grandma.
I'm just curious.
I know, but you don't have to worry, okay? I'm a big girl.
I know you are. I hope that you know that you can still come to your old grandma if you ever need anything.
Yeah, thanks, but I think I got this one.
All right. Just remember, sometimes people can appear to be something they're not.
I know, and that's why I totally looked into this guy. He's got an amazing reputation. There's actually some celebrities that said that he's changed their lives.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes
I
things
know,
like that.
and you can't believe everything that you read. I won't. I'm gonna take one step at a time. I'm gonna keep my eyes and my ears open.
I wish I had been as wise as you are at your age.
I didn't come here just because you're the chief of police. I came here because you and Nikki are friends, right?
Right. And we have been for a long time.
She told me that you were in the cult with her.
That is true.
But Ian Ward wasn't able to manipulate you.
Well, I was there, wasn't I? But you're right. It was different for me. Ian Ward was interested in young girls.
That's what she told me. I don't get how somebody as strong and smart as Nikki could let herself be drawn in by a creep like...
Like your father?
I don't consider Ian Ward my father.
I can understand that.
I'm just mad at myself for bringing him back into Nikki's life.
So you do care about her, don't you?
She told me that she was having nightmares about him. I know what it's like to be haunted by something. I can't let that happen to her. We have to get Ian Ward out of her life.
Checkmate, I win.
Oh, my gosh, you little rat. You captured my king with your queen.
Grandpa says the queen's the strongest piece.
Oh, he does, huh? He told you that.
The king's the most valuable, but also the most vulnerable.
Did he tell you that, too?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course, he is right about that.
What do you want to do now?
Oh, I don't know. Why don't you tell me about your sleepover with Summer?
First, we went to Crimson Lights and had hot cocoa with marshmallows.
Oh, you two girls out on the town. That must have been fun.
Summer's friend was there, too.
Which friend?
I'd never met him before. He called me Mademoiselle.
Oh, how very charming.
Summer, come in.
Thank you. So, this is where you help people get their lives together.
Yeah, simple but functional. I bought that on eBay.
Not according to what I read about you.
Oh, you did your homework, huh?
Hope you're not upset.
I'd be upset if you hadn't. No, you're right to gather information and question whether or not I can improve your life.
No, I wasn't questioning that.
Truth is, I can't. Only you can do that.
But you're gonna help me, right?
Well, the only thing I can do is to show you the path I believe is right for you, and whether or not you want to follow it is up to you.
Okay, so where do we start?
With you telling me all about yourself.
I told you a lot the other day.
I want to know everything. Start at the beginning and tell me all about Summer Newman. I'm all ears.
Dylan, I understand your frustration. I want Ward gone too. Perhaps more than you do.
You're not the one who brought him here.
When Nikki told me what Ian Ward did to her when we were in the New World Commune.
I get it, okay? I feel it too. I could strangle this guy with my bare hands for what he did to Nikki.
I can't believe I didn't see what was happening.
Well, you have a chance to do something about it right now.
Dylan, this guy is slippery. He managed to get a slap on the wrist and a few years in prison for fraud after what he did to Nikki. I'm not going to let that happen again. I'm not going to go after him until I am absolutely certain I can make these charges stick.
So in the meantime, he has every opportunity to hurt Nikki or somebody else and...
Go ahead, you can say it. Someone else in your family?
Waiting for Ian Ward to make a move puts a lot of people at risk.
I know this guy. I know how he operates. I know that he's careful and methodical. And he draws in his victims with this charm and this fake concern for their well-being until he has them exactly where he wants them, where they're most vulnerable. Then he takes advantage of them.
Well, I'm not going to sit around and wait for that to happen.
Dylan, I don't know what you're suggesting, but you can't just walk into the office of the chief of police and make threats, implied or otherwise.
I don't mean any disrespect, but this guy has to be stopped.
I agree. But he hasn't done anything.
Yet.
I have to wait until he breaks the law.
I don't. And if you're not going to help me, I know somebody who will.
Yo, got the message you wanted to talk? What's up?
Espresso with sugar?
Avery tell you I take my espresso like this?
No, it's how I like mine.
What is this, a bonding moment?
It's two guys having coffee. Two guys who happen to have the same mom.
So this is about Mom, not us.
This is about us protecting Nikki.
From what?
Ian Ward.
Did he do something?
No. Until he does, the cops won't do a thing to keep him away from her. So that leaves us. What do you say?
Oh. I didn't know you had a guest.
No. It's all right. You're saving me from total humiliation.
Oh. You beat her, huh?
3 times.
3 times.
All right, now listen, to be fair, Victor taught her how to play, okay? So she has no mercy. She's definitely got the Newman killer instinct.
Oh. Well, some of that might come from your side of the family, too. Your son, I think, carries the same chromosome.
Who, Dylan?
Yeah, he stopped by the station earlier.
What's a chromosome?
Well, that is what decides if you have blue eyes or blonde hair.
We must have the same kind.
Yeah, we must. And a hairdresser who... Anyway, listen, can you do me a favor and run out in the kitchen and see if Bonnie finished baking those cookies?
Do you want me to bring you one?
I would love that, miss.
I'm not a miss. I'm a mademoiselle.
Oh. Pardonnez-moi. Well, mademoiselle.
Oh, she spent the night with her sister last night, and they ran into a friend of Summer's at the coffee house.
Oh, sounds like a real charmer.
So you decided to wait on college, got into modeling, and now you think that this is a career you don't want to pursue.
Yeah, it's just not.
Fulfilling?
Yeah, but I have no idea what it is I'm looking for.
Well, that's your starting point. Figuring that out, you see. See, for some, it's self-esteem or purpose. Others want wealth.
Yeah, well, money doesn't solve all your problems.
I take it that's not an issue for you then, huh?
It's not really an issue for anyone with the name of Newman.
That's right. You mentioned that Victor Newman was your grandfather.
Yeah, and you knew instantly who he was, and that's the problem. And when you're Victor Newman's granddaughter, that's how everyone knows you.
Yeah. So essentially, you can have anything you want, except your own identity.
I never thought of it like that before, but yeah, I guess so.
You know, perhaps that kind of financial security has made it unnecessary for you to take risks in life.
I've done plenty of crazy things.
No, I'm not talking about staying out after curfew or sneaking into a bar with a phony ID. See, I work with a lot of young people. I know all their tricks.
Okay, so what kind of risks are you talking about?
Leaving your comfort zone.
All right, aren't you the same guy that warned me to stay away from Ian? And now you're asking me to team up so we can protect Mom from him.
When I get pushed too far, I take action.
Well, I guess we got that in common. What's going on, Dylan? Did he do something to her?
Not directly, but she's been having these nightmares. His presence is weighing on her.
All right, well, I don't like hearing that, but dreams can't hurt her.
I'd have to disagree with you on that one. I mean, some things are impossible to forget. And I never wanted to be the cause of that for anybody. And I wish I had never gone looking for Ian Ward, because if I hadn't, he wouldn't be here and Nikki wouldn't be having these nightmares.
All right. Regrets aren't going to do anything to protect Mom. But maybe us working together might.
She's not going to like it. Two of us taking on Ian?
Who cares? What's she going to do?
Well, the situation's already tough on her.
All right. So then we need to figure out a way to protect her without her knowing that.
Sounds like Dylan and Nicholas have more in common than they're willing to admit.
Oh, Nick is worried about Ian, too?
He came to me with his concerns, although Dylan preferred to go to you.
Well, I don't think Dylan is quite sure how to deal with his feelings for you, or his father. But he cares about you a lot, that's obvious.
Really? You don't know how much that means to hear you say that?
I think I might.
Well, I knew he had a good heart.
Well, gee, I wonder where he gets that from.
Not from his father, that's for sure. Just thought of him.
So Dylan tells me that you were having nightmares about Ian?
Oh, a few.
Nikki, he can't hurt you anymore.
I'm not worried about myself. Ian is too smart to go after me anymore. It's the people I love that I'm concerned about.
Well, unfortunately, until he breaks the law, there's nothing I can do.
I know. I understand.
I'm just really surprised that Victor hasn't taken matters into his own hands, you know? Oh, you haven't told Victor that Ward is back in town, have you?
Victor's had a lot on his mind.
You mean everything that's gone on with Adam?
Well, yes, of course. He's very upset. Delia's death, Adam's death.
Well, he's not responsible for his grown son's actions.
No, of course not, but it brought up a lot of issues for him.
Issues between him and Adam.
They had a very complicated relationship.
Yeah. I can imagine it's taken its toll on you as well.
I'm just worried about Victor.
Emotionally? Or is there more to it? Is there something I can help with?
Oh, you are such a good friend. But sometimes things have to stay between a husband and wife.
I agree. And a husband and wife should be able to trust each other on certain matters.
I'm glad you understand.
What I don't understand is why you don't trust Victor enough to tell him that Ian Ward is in town and back in your life.
Ian is not back in my life, and he never will be again.
I don't understand what you mean by comfort zone.
Well, it's a place where you feel safe, comfortable. You know, a lot of people are happy never stepping outside of it. Others want more.
So how do you know which type of person you are?
Well, if you're restless and searching, that may indicate that you're ready to expand your horizons. That's how I've met many of my clients.
Okay, since I'm here, do you think maybe I'm at that point?
Well, there's one sure way to find out.
How?
A personality profile.
What does that tell you?
Well, it's what it tells you about yourself.
That sounds intense.
Well, yes. If you're afraid of finding out who you really are.
I'm definitely not.
All right, I can administer the test anytime you want.
Okay, I'd like to start now, if that's okay.
All right. But there's one condition.
What is it?
You have to agree to put yourself completely in my hands.
Then you agree with me. We need to keep this to ourselves.
Yeah, Nikki didn't want me going after Ian Ward in the first place. She's not going to be thrilled that I'm dragging you along on the ride.
Oh, hold up. Nobody drags me along, not anybody.
I mean, even something like this, you got to make it a contest between us?
I'm just saying, we may work together on this, but nothing's changed.
Nothing's going to change.
Good. So what do we do next?
We need to find Ian Ward and convince him to leave town.
Grandma? Grandma, are you okay?
What?
You look sad.
Oh, no, honey, I'm not sad. I'm fine.
I brought the cookies.
And they look delicious.
Where's Paul?
He had to go. But he asked if we could save a cookie for him.
You want one? Might make you feel better. Daddy says they're the best medicine.
I always heard hugs were the best medicine.
Let's see. Did it work?
Yeah. I feel much better. Thank you, sweetie.
Oh, shoot.
Something wrong?
I must have left the forms in my suite at the athletic club.
Oh, that's too bad. I really wanted to get started.
You could come back with me to the club and take the test there.
Great. I'm really anxious to get started. I want to find out who the real me is and what path I'm supposed to take.
Now, you remind me of someone I knew a long time ago.
Someone that you liked, I hope.
Very much. Shall we?
Next on The Young and the Restless.
My name's Nick Newman.
How nice to finally meet you. I once knew your lovely mother. Oh.
I want to know everything. Everything.
Please give the boy back to Chelsea.
Connor belongs here with me.